What we are also given to understand is that the notice that was issued by Rajasthan Speaker, whose deadline earlier was to expire at 1 p.m., that deadline has been extended till 5 this evening because the matter currently is pending in the Rajasthan High Court. And clearly, till the time the matter is pending, even though if it gets adjudicated upon by the Rajasthan Assembly, it is the Rajasthan High Court's decision which will finally prevail over the Assembly's decision. Sachin Pilot has also added in a fresh petition that he was not trying to break away the party, that he was trying to raise his voice and to so that his concerns can be addressed within the party. But what the Rajasthan government has maintained is that these MLAs were trying to hobnob with the BJP so as to overthrow a democratically elected government. And by not being present during the CLP meet, what these MLAs have done is that they have expressed their intent to be no longer in the Congress, and that is why their membership should be quashed as far as the Rajasthan Assembly is concerned. Nabila?
Right, Indrajit, here we're looking at the amended plea made by Sachin Pilot. He continues to reiterate that he has not indulged in anti-party activities. In fact, his camp members also claiming that they have not indulged in anti-party activities. All that they did was raise their voice against the party, and that cannot call for a suspension, a disqualification, or even for a notice for that matter. Even the notice that's come, they claim that it holds no good because it was a CLP meet that was taking place at the house of Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. It was not an assembly session. The assembly was not in business. So why was there a compulsion for Sachin Pilot and his camp to be present at that meet, at the CLP meet? It was not mandatory. Then why were they forced to do so? Do you think this will hold good in court? Dave, if you can hear us.
Well, Nabila, could you please repeat the question?
Right. I did say that Sachin Pilot has reiterated time and again that his party members did not indulge, or his camp members did not indulge in anti-party activities. He also says that this notice itself holds no good because the session was not in business. The assembly session was not in business. The CLP meet was held at Ashok Gehlot's residence. There was no compulsion or tearing need for them to be part of it. Why were they forced to be part of it? Will this hold good in the court of law?
Well, clearly Sachin Pilot has claimed that the CLP meet was, the first CLP meet was held at the Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's residence, and given the fact that the assembly in Rajasthan is currently not in motion, and that is why the chief whip is not constitutionally valid. There is no legal sanctity to it, and that is what the Sachin Pilot group has maintained. However, what the chief whip, I spoke with him yesterday also, and he mentioned to me that the section, the provisions that the Rajasthan Assembly has issued the notice under is a section which pertains to if a member of Legislative Assembly does not turn up for a meeting, then it can tantamount to presuming that that person no longer wants to continue with the party, and that ground, as per the experts, is sufficient to have that person suspended or disqualified from the Rajasthan Assembly. Now, whether that view is accepted by the Rajasthan High Court or not is something which time can tell. But there are several legal experts who have weighed in on both the sides, and which side actually prevails is something which is yet to be known. But clearly, the Pilot group feels that if they can, somehow get this notice squashed, then it can be a big moral victory for them. Because they have already been under a lot of scanner with allegations of horse trading, of trying to hobnob with the BJP, of trying to break away the Congress, have been flying thick and fast. And no other than the Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has accused his former deputy of indulging in horse trading, and in fact an FIR has also been registered against Bhavarlal Sharma and Bishwendra Singh. the two Congress leaders who have already been suspended from the primary membership of the party. What we also understand is that so far, when I asked Randeep Singh Surjewala that what about Sachin Pilot, why has he not been suspended from the party's membership if others have been? So he mentioned that we have suspended or taken action as far as suspension is concerned against those people against whom we have evidence. So at this time, it seems that Congress believes that there is no concrete evidence against Sachin Pilot, but the audio tape recordings that have come to the fore are allegedly about Bhavarlal Sharma and Vishwendra Singh's involvement, and that is why the party believes that it has acted up against them. Nabila?
Right. The court is currently hearing the plea, and it appears that in the meanwhile, Gehlot government already receiving that kind of support. In fact, the BTP MLA who earlier cried foul, saying that he was being stopped by the police, he was stopped by the police from moving out of the MLA quarters. He was being held hostage. He was accusing, more or less indirectly accusing the Gehlot camp of trying to keep him hostage at the MLA quarters. Now he turns around and says that I'm with Gehlot. So suddenly, with all this legal proceeding and with Gehlot government, they're trying to put pressure on Sachin Pilot and camp. Notice that's being sent to all of these MLAs, all of Sachin Pilot camp's MLAs. This is sort of encouraged some of those independents to come back into Gehlot's fold, is it?
Well, clearly, there are MLAs on both sides who have alleged that they have been forcibly, kept confined. In fact, the Ashok Gehlot side has claimed that there are at least 3 MLAs who were kept confined by the Sachin Pilot camp at this hotel in Manesar. On the other hand, what the Pilot camp is claiming is that the BTP MLA who later, came back into Gehlot fold was forcibly, not allowed to go out of Rajasthan, and Ashok Gehlot was pressurizing him through the use of police and keeping him confined to Rajasthan, even though he wanted to move out of here. And these kind of allegations are clearly being leveled currently from both sides. As far as the numbers are concerned, Nabila, we were told by an independent MLA, Sayam Lodha, that currently there are 102 MLAs inside the Fairmont Resort. If one were to go by that, it is a wafer thin majority of only 2 MLAs in an assembly of 200. On the other hand, Randeep Singh Surjewala has been saying that there are 109 MLAs. Someone has been saying that there are 107 MLAs. So clearly there are conflicting signals from the Congress's camp itself, from the Gehlot camp itself, as to how many MLAs does the government currently have. And that is why, each and every MLA is being kept an eye on. There is a strong vigil outside the Fairmont Hotel, and every MLA's cell phone records, call records, everything is currently being monitored on a minute-to-minute basis. There is extremely tight vigil outside the Fairmont Hotel where all of these MLAs have been kept. In fact, no one without the permission from inside can even manage to go close to the Fairmont Hotel right now. And this clearly shows that the Rajasthan government is extremely circumspect, is extremely vulnerable right now, and fears that poaching attempts can be made from outside, and there can be attempts to to wean away this majority that the government currently has. Nabila?
Here, we do know that while the court proceeding also is underway, you have Rahul Gandhi, who just addressed, in fact, he just gave a small media briefing there. At that point, not one mention of Sachin Pilot that was made by Rahul Gandhi. He, in fact, very categorically asked his people not to, very, very carefully to word anything that was related to the Rajasthan political situation. Be very careful on what you speak about Sachin Pilot. In fact, instructed not to speak in a negative way about Sachin Pilot whatsoever. Has told everyone, he himself has maintained that. So it clearly looks like the Congress is trying hard to bring him back, give him a very honorable entry back into the party, but not sure if Sachin Pilot here is willing to settle for anything less apart from wanting the Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot ousted completely.
Well, Sachin Pilot is someone who the Gandhi family is considered to be extremely close to, despite the fact that Ashok Gehlot has leveled some extremely serious allegations against Sachin Pilot, mentioning that he was the one who for the last 6 months was hobnobbing with the BJP, indulging in anti-party activities while he was the Deputy CM and the PCC chief, that he was indulging in horse trading, and several serious allegations of the kind which any person would want to respond to if that person has not actually done or being involved in those kind of things. Those allegations have been leveled, but on the other hand, you have Surjewala, you have sources from within the Congress party which have been mentioning that still an olive branch is being extended to Sachin Pilot, so that if somehow a respectable position can be given back to him in the party, even though the sources also confirm to us that returning back or restoring the status quo in the party for him now is extremely difficult, if not impossible, given the kind of relationship or the worsening of relationship has happened between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. So at this point in time, it is unlikely that that Pilot will return to Jaipur and return to the old scheme of things, because there is an extremely extreme deterioration of the relationship between the two of them, and Gehlot in no way would want Pilot to have anything to do with Rajasthan Congress anymore. Forget about him returning to being his deputy, which earlier was the case. Gehlot has mentioned to the party high command that if Sachin Pilot is not punished, then he can continue with his anti-party activities, and that can create trouble in the future. And he has also mentioned, Nabila, that Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka should not be repeated, and for that he needs to be given a free hand to cull dissent, to remove rebellion, and to ensure that people who have indulged in activities of the kind that he has mentioned, they are taken to task.
Well, if they don't want to repeat what's happening in what happened in Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka, then the least that the Congress should have done was to first of all identify dissent much earlier, and then try to bridge the gap before it escalates to this level, to this point. Now it's the fissure is out there, out in the open for opposition there to take their chance. It's but obvious that all of the other party members would try and look at this as the most attractive option and more attractive time, a situation for them to chance upon, jump at on the Gehlot government. Let's take a quick look at what Gehlot really said to our India Today's Maushami Singh in an exclusive conversation where he reiterated that the BJP is now trying to poach the Congress MLAs. Like I said, quite a natural and obvious process that would have happened. It would have resulted in a situation like this, considering that Pilot and Gehlot just never got along. Let's take a listen to what Gehlot said about Pilot hobnobbing with BJP netas.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.